Hey, how's it going, everybody? Sarasota Tim. Welcome to Evening Chat. Here's to you. I made a fresh pot of coffee, and let me tell you something. Let me try it. I got that heavy whipping cream in there, and that is the best cup of coffee I ever drank in my life. Got a whole pot. Let me turn it off. I'll be heating that up in the morning and saving that. Listen, everybody, thank you so much for all your kind compliments about the new truck. I'm very excited about it. I'm going to go buy a kidney belt tomorrow. Maybe Walmart sells one. You know, one of those things you wear so when you ride in it, you know, your gizzards don't bounce up and down so bad, because that thing is a buckboard. No, I'm just being a little facetious there, but let me tell you, you go over a bump too fast, like a speed bump, you know, your back teeth are going to rattle. So fortunately, there's nothing in the truck right now. So, you know, and that's kind of why it's so bouncy. I'm sure when I hook up this camper to it and put that tongue weight down on that bumper and load up the generator on the back and a few things, it'll ride a lot smoother. And it is very smooth, actually, and it's got plenty of giddy up. I went down I-75, and it just rolls. I mean, it is really nice. So I really like it, and thank you so much for your fine, your kind compliments, congratulating me on it. You know, I tell people, you know, live your life. Nobody's promised tomorrow, and whatever you want to do, you do. You do you, and others can do them. You know what's best for you, so live your life. There ain't no hearse behind U-Haul. There ain't no U-Hauls behind hearse. I blew that one, didn't I? You can't take it with you, folks. But, you know, I just feel good that I've got something now that'll pull this camper with ease. I know it's going to be, like, so good. And, you know, the Honda's a great car. That Tundra was a great car. My 4Runner was a great vehicle, too. I mean, when it came to off-roading, there was nothing finer. Better than a Jeep Wrangler, in my opinion. But when it comes to towing, like all the people around these RV parks and mobile home parks and all where I've traveled and stayed with RV parks, everybody's got them a big go-to-hell truck to pull their fifth wheel, their campers, or whatever they got. And guess what they are? They're all Fords, Chevys, Dodges. They're trucks. They're big trucks. And most of them got, well, not most of them, but a lot do have the diesels. A lot of people that really have diesels probably don't need a diesel. But it's funny how people like to buy really the most expensive models at the car lots. At a Honda store, at a Ford store, at a Chevy store. I mean, when I was there waiting on that truck to come out, some guy pulled up in some Raptor trimmer or something or another. It had winches and tires and twice pipes and twice carburetors. I mean, that thing will never see dirt, likely, but he's got Baha'd out. I mean, it's got to be a $150,000 truck. Now, I'll tell you, my truck was new, so it wasn't cheap as a used car, but I mean, I did my research. That truck is the most sought after new truck right now. And that baby Godzilla motor, what are they calling it? They're calling it the 7.3 is called a Godzilla. They got a 5.0 V8 they put in Mustangs called the Coyote motor. And so they've started calling this 7.3 a Godzilla. And I think they're calling it a baby Godzilla or a mini Godzilla or something like that, this 6.8 that I've got. But I sat there and I just, man, I watched every single video. I ran out of videos to watch. I wanted to make sure because, you know, Japanese cars are, you can just buy one. You don't care if it's got mileage on it. You don't care about anything. It's a Honda. It's a Toyota. It's solid. But these Fords and Chevys have had issues. They're American made. But think about this. Your grandfather had a Ford or a Chevy, and he had it for 100 years. So, you know, when it comes to commercial grade, I think the Chevys and the Ford trucks, while they've had some issues, I've heard, that's what you got to buy to pull these units. And I want to travel. I want to bring you guys some content, not just because I want to bring content. I want to go. I want to live my life. I don't want to sit around. You know, I love Florida. I'm a Florida boy. I'll be here. I'll be back. You know, I'm not going to go away and never come back. And I talked about that before, But I plan on going out there, coming back, and going out there and coming back. Because I got a tower now, baby. I believe I can make it out there. You know, I mean, nobody's in a race or a hurry, but I bet if I wanted to get there with this truck, I bet I can get there in a day and a half quicker now than what I was, you know, the way I was with the Tundra. So while the Tundra served its purpose, it was a great vehicle to tow the Wolf Pup, and it did do it with this one, but I never for a second forgot that it was behind me. And this truck here, I mean, the Tundra, when I was pulling the cramper, that's what I want to feel, like I don't have anything back there. And I think this truck here is gonna be the one. And I don't need a diesel or a 7.3 or any more than this thing has got for this rig. And I wouldn't want another Class C or another floor plan or another kind of camper. This thing is brand new. It's a year old. It's still in brand new condition. Everything works. Everything's beautiful on it. I love it. And now that I've got this truck, I love it too, but it's going to stay parked. That thing is an albatross just to drive around town. I came back from showing it to Fred and Rafaela, and I got caught in that 5 o'clock traffic. Everybody's coming home from their prison jobs, and I'm out there on the main highway on 41, and I'm the biggest thing on the street. And I got these little cars around me, and I'm trying to squeeze through. I'm like, oh gosh, don't run in front of me. I don't want to run over you. And so it's not as nimble. It's so nice to have a car that I can get in, go to the store, go to the gym, go visit Fred and Rafaela, go to the beach, run around here, make some videos, do what I'm doing, and, you know, can run around. And free. Did I mention that part? No gas, really. Basically, that Honda. Oh my God, what a car. So the truck will just sit there like the Tundra was doing. And I'm proud of that too. I like the fact that I have this other car I can get in and do all that other running around. And then this car can just sit and wait till her time is ready to shine, baby, and tow. And that's what she's going to be doing very soon. That's the best cup of coffee I ever drank in my life. I'm telling you, that's good coffee. I made the gold tonight. So, what was I going to tell you? Oh, yeah. I'm getting the 2 windows tinted free. The dealer, you know, they have the window sticker, the factory price, and then they always put these extra window stickers on. And those are like the Honda had floor mats and I don't know, some other couple of things, window tinting. And so even though after negotiating the price, they still have to give you those things. You know, it's all part of it. So I got the window tinting and all that included. So I'm driving the truck home and I'm out of there. I signed everything and I'm looking at the truck and I'm driving it and I'm thinking, this window's awful light. Now I like light window tinting. I don't like that limousine stuff because I can't see out of it at night. I don't even want that. But because I bought the Honda before they had a chance to do it, because they do it to every car when they come in, they also didn't have a chance to do it to this truck. And so everybody thought maybe I was going to forget about it or whatever, but then I saw it and I said, hey, where's the window tinting? The back windows are tinted, and that's factory. That's called privacy glass. That is from Ford. The back 2 doors and that back window. But it looks like, you know, it's half done, so you got to tint the passenger and driver door. So they do it in-house. It's not costing them anything really. You know, they get their own people doing it. They're paying them anyway. And so I told them, I went in there, I said, look, since you didn't do it already, if they have a lighter tint and it's not just one roll of tint that you're doing on every truck and car, you know, I would like your lightest possible. And so they're going to do a good job and they're going to tint the windows tomorrow or the next day. So I'll be getting that done. I ordered a tonneau cover and I got one that is soft. The one I had was the backflip. You know, it's aluminum, very nice, flush, very safe. You can't, you know, get in there, cut it or anything like that. But I was watching a YouTube video and a guy's got an F-250 and he did some mods. That's such good coffee. And he said, I've had every tonneau cover known to man. And I believe him when he said it. And he said, believe it or not, this roll-up rubber one was $200, so it's not El Cheapo. It's probably a $100 tonneau. They're selling for $200 now, but what are you going to do? So I ordered that because when I take the trip, you know, you get your stuff back there. You don't want the rain to get on it, and you want it, you know, private too. You don't want to be going into a store and leaving your stuff just sitting there for somebody to take. Although the truck is so high, they're going to have a hard time not only seeing it in there but getting in there. That thing is way up here. It's really a high truck. So somebody said, your wheels are too small. Well, one thing at a time. Now you put the bigger tires and wheels on there, you want to talk about gas mileage going down. So far that computer isn't saying more than 8. I haven't been on the highway with it though. I've just been riding around. I've been gassing it, trying out that 6.8, slow, fast, trying to break it in. And I have so much up here. I made a video of a walk around. That truck at that price point and that build and that rear end and everything I talked about on my walk around video, I did well. I think I bought the right one. I knew that I wanted Ford over Chevy. I was a Chevy guy forever. I never owned one. I'm just saying I like the looks of it better, I thought. And then now I like the Ford and the Chevy's a very good looking truck today. They're all beautiful. Even the Dodges, they really are. It's just that I don't know why. I just got the Ford. And I went in there. Let me give you the quick story. I went in there and I walked around that whole lot. I don't know why I went in there. I went in there to look, you know, I always think about, you know, oh, okay, everybody's wanting me to go across country again. I want to go across country again. I want to see Johnny Vegas and Temecula J and California Steve and others, TRD and, you know, everybody in Georgia. I got people all over, and I'd like to do another tour. Kind of chancy with that. This thing is at its max. I mean, when I'm worrying about dropping my water out to only a few gallons, and I'm watching my payload in the back, you know, and I got to use a weight distribution hitch to keep it from sagging it. There's a lot of weight on that ball back there. You know, I'm just lucky I got away with what I did. And I know I've seen all these videos, Tundra can pull anything. Well, I like being in the margin of way more than you need. That's the way I like it. So if I get a bigger camper one day or a fifth wheel, you can put a gooseneck or a fifth wheel on that truck. But anyway, I'm getting the windows tinted. I got the tonneau cover coming, and I'm going to get the dermatology done on the 4th. And they're just going to, you know, do something that day. It's not going to stop me from doing anything, you know, day after if I wanted to. I've got a couple of license plates coming for the CC Rider and the Crusher, new ones for the front, and that's about it. As far as I might buy some seat covers. You can buy them for $2.98 and throw them seat covers over my fabric seats, just so that she stays new. I mean, before anything stains it or whatever, I'll put some Scotchgard on there too if I have to. But those fabric seats, and I got leather in the Honda, I had leather in the Tundra, are really nice. I mean, they're a super, you know, it's a work truck with an appearance package. That is not a loaded truck. That is an entry-level Ford pickup truck that they put tires and wheels on. Not the biggest ones, not the ones I'd like to have, but they're nice. And the LED lights and the things that I pointed out in my video about it, because man, these other ones out there are $75,000 to $150,000 for the Chevys, Dodges, and Fords. I know there's some in the lower area, but they ain't afraid to ask 100 grand, folks. It's nuts. It's nuts. But when I started talking to the dealer about that, like, what is Ford going to do? How are they going to? Why are they like pricing people out? It's kind of like real estate. We need some help. We need Donald Trump. Donald Trump, baby. Let's talk about that for a second on Evening Chat, since we've already opened up the... You were doing good there for a while, Baker, and then you brought that up. Well, look, I've been talking to people, you know, in private, you know, out on the streets and stuff, because we're getting down to the finish line. And I asked people a couple things like, will you think he'll win? And what do you think will happen if he loses? You know, will there be some unrest or whatever? You know, I know people are not going to be happy with whoever wins or loses this election, right? You got to agree on that. So hopefully nothing's going to happen around here. I mean, I'm not in San Francisco or Chicago or, you know, Atlanta or wherever, LA, somewhere things could potentially happen. It can happen anywhere though. But I concern myself. I really do about people like to talk. People like to wear a hat. People like to go to rallies. But are they voting? I told you guys a few videos back, about a week or so ago, that Trump himself said on Gutfeld that gun owners don't vote, and what do you call religious people? The evangelicals don't vote. He said, if we get evangelicals to vote, it'd be over with. I'm like, am I hearing this guy right? Are you kidding me? They don't vote, and they don't vote for Trump or vote for anybody? Are you kidding me? Gun owners don't? I don't know how true it is, folks, but that's what he said. He must have some stats that he gets information on. That's from Trump. So that was alarming, and that's what makes me worry about, you know, you see people giving you the thumbs up and all this, and they get the hat and everything, but do they vote? So that's what we got to do, folks. You got to do it. You got to do it. So get out there and vote. You can vote now. You can vote early in Florida till the 2nd. So you got 2 more days to vote early, and then it closes until the November 5th main election. So vote. Get Donald Trump back in there. If he loses, what are you going to do, right? There's nothing you can do about it. I was listening to a guy. I like his philosophy about anything in life. You know, you don't get the loan. You don't get the girlfriend. You don't get the this. You don't get that. You don't go on the cruise, whatever. What are you going to do about it? If whatever it is going to be. So, you know, you hope, you pray, you try to promote. You know, you people are asking in comments. One guy, could be a lady, I don't know. I don't look at the username too much. You voted already. You talked about it already. Why do you got to talk about it some more? I'm like, well, that doesn't make any sense. Why does Trump got to keep rallying? Why does he got to keep getting on the stump? I mean, that's so silly to say that. Of course you want to keep promoting up to the last second. You don't give up a race. You know, just because I voted, that doesn't mean that I don't keep encouraging people to vote that haven't voted. I don't know where that came from, but anyway. So anyway, we're having a good time on our end. This is reality, baby. And it's going to be Vegas, baby. Vegas. Golf, baby. Golf. Crush it.